I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. 180. Hey, 43, 15.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Rush in. Check 52.
On second down, Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Buccaneers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Now the second-year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 52. Rip right. Hey, Mike 52.
From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Yellow.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. I didn't offer mine. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Uses the spin. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready. 56 yards. 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Go. I got you. Right there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Taylor. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Yellow. Let's go, blue, lady. Yellow, yellow. Exit.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Pass, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 26, check 26.
Now Saquon Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
On the set. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley Touchdown number 18 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And a catch right side by Evans. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They give to Johnson going right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. He gets it left side to Johnson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mahomes now on first down. Evans has it left side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Play action, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. He can run. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Set, hut. Hey, no. Check 56. I know he ain't got it. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Taylor. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Is a turnover on down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Small.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Out left to Anderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Tampa Bay.
Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Check 99. Check 19.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Saquon Barkley, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On 1st down, Barkley. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year as they have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, dribble it.
Switch. 36. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They go to Johnson again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
He's across the field to the 49-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, check, check.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
Bud, be ready, be ready.
Now Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, Mike 52, you must be dreaming.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes is going to fire one deep over. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. On the run, it's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Barkley. And an alley to run. Pass the... There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now Mahomes. And he slings one that's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it with Johnson. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Gostkowski for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's a party now. It's a party now. It's 3, 2, 1. Begin. Watch the safety creep.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Switch the elbow. Watch the pass. Under 10. 10. Watch the edge.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach knows.
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check, 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 check.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone.
The Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
On third down, Barkley. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.